So now we're off to Elohiym. And for those who've been to a lot of our events before, Elohiym was at our very first event that we held, and when he was much younger. And now he's a sophomore in high school, and he started off doing our camps, and then he started his own debate team in middle school and then in high school. So he's going to be telling you that story today through his speech. So here is Elohiym.
Hello, my name is Elohiym Muddavanha. I am a 10th grader at American Canyon High School, and I am the president of the American Canyon Speech and Debate Club. 4 years ago, I heard a speech given at the Lion Club International Foundation that received a standing ovation without any time delay. I was mesmerized by the speech, hanging off of every word, eyes glued center stage, and when it was over, it sent chills down my spine. My cousin was the one who delivered that speech. Even though I had heard her practice it every day, even though I had heard all the words before, the speech, when given on stage, still left me in a state of awe. That was when I decided I wanted to be a part of that world. Thought to myself, if this is what it's like in the audience, then what's it like up there? Thankfully, I now had a connection into that world. I started working with Ms. Baines to create my own speech. The topic was, when do children become adults? At first, I struggled, stopping and stammering as I read through the lines of a 7th grader's attempt at a 2-page essay. But eventually, with the help of the people around me and some effort, I went against my chronic procrastination and was able to create a speech ready to present. When I got up in front of those 36 people, I realized that public speaking was terrifying. It was nothing like being in the audience. My heart was pounding, knees were shaking, teeth were chattering, and among all the fear, I looked into the audience and just spoke. And when I spoke, I put all the effort, time, and dedication into my words. And yes, I stopped and stammered a little, but I made it through to the end. The applause that followed was like a cold glass of water in the middle of a desert. It was nothing like I had imagined. It was something completely new to me, and it felt great. Fast forward a few summer camps of mock debate tournaments, and I was walking down the hallway of my middle school, just having gone through half a year of being involved in speech and debate. That was when I heard 2 younger kids arguing about something random and unimportant. And I thought, man, they're loud. But then I thought about how they almost sounded like they were debating. I realized that debating was just sophisticated arguing, and the kids at my school just loved to argue. I thought about how much fun I had debating over the summer and learning monologues. Thought that these kids in my school should get the chance to experience it too and see if they liked it. I knew that they could do it because I could do it, and the only difference between me and them was our names. And so, with the help of Ms. Baines and my mom, who was a teacher at the school and agreed to be our advisor, I created a debate team in 8th grade. I invited as many kids as I could, and we became one of the only 2 clubs at the school, along with the African Dance Club. In the beginning, we couldn't decide on a name, but since the club was so ethnically diverse, we decided to go with the Golden Debaters, to pay homage to the Great Debaters. The Great Debaters is a 2007 film set in 1935 about a debate team founded at a predominantly black school. With almost a unanimous decision, the Golden Debaters were formed. Together, the 15 of us who regularly came to meetings competed in tournaments and performed at local and school events, including some that were held by Ms. Baines. By the end of the year, I had the opportunity to sit in the audience once again and hear each of my fellow Golden Debaters put on electrifying performances that gave me the same feeling as the Lion Club speech. In my first year of high school, I spent every Tuesday after school going back to my middle school and helping support the Golden Debaters that were still there and all the new members that had just joined. With more experience came longer performances and more wins at tournaments. That was when I started to take a more active role in coaching and advising the other members. By the end of that year, COVID-19 had already been in full swing, shutting down schools and preventing the Golden Debaters from meeting. That summer, I went to an online debate camp that went into much more depth into debate and explained the parts of debate that had previously gone over my head. Even with the COVID-19 pandemic causing distance learning, I started up a new debate team in my high school called the American Canyon Speech and Debate Club, along with a few new faces and some old Golden Debaters that had graduated and came to my school. 2 others went to different schools and are currently trying to start their own debate teams. It's now the end of our first semester, and we have 11 members who have competed in multiple speech and debate tournaments. We hope to compete in many more tournaments and put on performances that leave people wanting to join speech and debate themselves. Thank you.
Yay, thank you, Elohiym. You are an inspiration. I often just, I think about everything that you've done with your own ability as a public speaker, but also bringing this opportunity to so many more students and your desire to create new types of events and opportunities. He's one of our expressive leaders as well. And I think maybe future staff at the practice space one day. So thank you, Elohiym, for sharing that story.